I am Shaka Kusinzingakona, son of Nandi, founder of the Zulu kingdom, and a name that echoes across the plains of Africa like the roar of the lion. My story was not born in palaces or amidst celebration, but in exile, in hardship, and in the steel of battle. From my earliest days, I was marked by rejection. My father, chief of the Zulu, repudiated both me and my mother. We wandered, scorned, through the lands of the Alangeni and the Mthethwa. But this fire refined me. Where others saw shame, I saw training. Where others saw exile, I saw the horizon of a greater vision. Among the Mthethwa, under the wise Dingiswayo, I found a home not of peace, but of potential. There, I rose in the ranks, not by birth, but by brilliance. I remade the warrior's code. I took the long, lazy throwing spears and replaced them with the Ikawa, the stabbing spear meant for hand-to-hand battle. I discarded sandals, forced my warriors to harden their feet on the earth itself, and drilled them into precision. I gave them the horns of the bull formation, the chest to engage, the horns to envelop, and the loins to reinforce. None could match us. When Dingiswayo fell to the Ndwandwa, I took up the mantle of leadership, uniting the Zulu under a single banner. My rise was not without blood. Rivals fell, clans submitted or were swept away. It was war, but not chaos. I brought structure, forged unity from division, built a nation from fragments. I did not conquer for glory. I conquered to consolidate, to end the fracturing of our people. Our battles are legend. At Cockley Hill, I crushed the Ndwandwa despite being outnumbered, using cunning ambushes and terrain. At the Mlatu's River, I feigned retreat, drawing Zwide's forces into the trap of their own overconfidence. I was not merely a warrior. I was a strategist, a builder of empires, a master of men. I created military settlements, regimental crawls, and instilled a code of discipline and loyalty that made the Zulu impi feared from the Drakensberg to the coast. My kingdom swelled, not only through war, but through integration. I allowed capable men from conquered peoples to rise. I saw talent, not lineage. I sent emissaries across the rivers, extending my influence through diplomacy as well as force. I forged complex networks of allegiance with chiefs from distant valleys, persuading some, intimidating others. But where they submitted, I offered protection, prosperity, and unity under a greater Zulu nation. My rule brought order to chaos, law to lawlessness. Foreign travelers and traders soon heard of us. My kingdom was not closed to the world. I sought knowledge of the Europeans along the coasts, their firearms, their ships, their languages. I did not fear them, but I watched. I weighed their strengths and weaknesses, preparing the Zulu for a future that would one day include contact with empires far beyond our lands. But I was not untouched by grief. When my mother Nandi died, I declared mourning as had never been seen. No crops were planted, no milk was drunk. Some called it madness. Perhaps it was, for in that moment, I saw the impermanence of all I built. In my final years, paranoia grew. Assassins lingered in shadows, and kin grew ambitious. My half-brothers, Dingane and Mlangana, conspired with Mbofa, a trusted servant. They struck, and I fell not on the battlefield, but to betrayal. Yet even in death I endured. My reforms shaped the Zulu state. My military tactics were studied by enemies and colonizers alike. My legacy became the drumbeat of a people's pride. Even as European colonists began to encroach upon southern Africa, they feared the name Shaka. Stories of my campaigns, of impis moving like thunder across the veldt, reached their ears. Though they came with muskets and maps, they knew that in the heart of Zululand, there once ruled a warrior who had forged a nation from fire and blood. I am Shaka, the spear of the Zulu. Not merely a king, but a force. The wind that stirred the grasslands, the storm that remade a world. And though they buried my body, my spirit marches on with every warrior who dares to dream beyond the limits placed upon them.